If you are willing and able, let's learn about my table with our friends Martha and Mabel. Yeah! How do you know who's Martha and who's Mabel? Well, you lift them up and you check underneath. This is Martha, and this is Mabel. See? Hi, guys. Martha and Mabel showed up on my porch. Somebody or people brought them there because they wanted our vegan dog Bella to eat them. But they were just too cute. So they end up in my videos instead. Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Learn to love vegetables, they didn't have to die for you. Learn to love, learn to love, learn to love being vegan, yeah. Here's my table. You guys were asking about it, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit. This was a table that we had when our kids were little. It was an IKEA table. I think it's made out of pine or something like that. And after a while, the varnish wore off, and I needed to either revarnish it and fix it up or paint it. So I thought I would take a chance. Of course, I was nervous. I'm not like any kind of artist. So if I can do this, then you guys can totally do this too. The first thing I did is I painted a primer. You can see it's not very well done here. It's just kind of a rough layer of it. And my challenge is I'm a bit too much of a perfectionist sometimes, so I have to be okay with things not being perfect. Like when I look at this, I think to myself, oh, it's not good. I should have used a ruler. Because of course, when you work on a computer, like in PowerPoint, everything is perfect, right? And when you're just trying to paint a table like this, it's not going to be perfect. There's loads of mistakes. But I'm trying to let it go because an artist friend of mine said, perfection is the enemy of good enough. Just be okay with it. So that's what I'm doing. So let's review a couple of things here. Eat peas, potatoes, beans, nuts, blueberries, tofu, flax seeds, dates, kale, rice, spinach, oats, bananas, etc. These are vegan foods. If you are worried and think you can't be vegan, don't worry. You absolutely can do it. All of us felt the same way as you. We were all nervous. We all thought, this is crazy. How can anyone be vegan? How can I ever give up eating milk? Eating meat and drinking milk and eating ice cream. We just thought it was impossible. And eggs. But here we are, vegan. If we can do it, you can too. For support, join a Facebook group to find recipes and new vegan friends. That's so important. No matter where you're living, there's usually a vegan group on Facebook somewhere that you can join. For example, here in Montreal, there are two groups. One of them is more French speaking and one of them is more English. But it's great because then you can make some vegan friends. And when COVID is over, you can get together and have some potlucks. Invite some vegan friends over. That's something to look forward to. Learn some new vegan recipes or just go for the easy stuff. You know, potlucks are great because you get to eat whatever is there, and all together they all end up being amazing. Eat nuts. Here I just had another square and I just painted a random swirl. These are all done with paints that were left over. I didn't actually buy any paints for this project. And yeah, it took me several days obviously to do because you have to paint a bit and let it dry. But I'm happy with it. The only problem with it, to be honest, is I keep losing my cell phone on it. I put my cell phone on it, and because my case is colorful as well, I can't find it. It gets camouflaged in here. Not your mother, not your milk. Why do you think that's there? Well, because the cows need their own milk. Baby cows need the milk from their moms. We shouldn't be taking it away from them. The industry is so terrible. They take the baby boy cows away from their moms. Everybody's crying. The mom's crying. The baby boy cows are crying. And then they murder the baby boy cows and they turn them into veal. Isn't that just horrible? And then the girls, they force back into this cycle of violence. They force them to be pregnant. They force them to be milk machines. Especially you moms out there, I'm sure you would hate it if somebody pinned you down and forced you to give your milk and took away your baby. I mean, it's just horrific. It makes no sense. So instead, what we should be doing is drinking soy milk or oat milk, right? Yeah, maybe it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's worth it. Animals are friends, not food. We want to be kind to animals. Eat lentils. Lentils are a great staple. Plants have protein. Plants have protein, they really, really do. Being a vegan is awesome, you know it's true. Plants have protein, they really, really do. So why the fuck aren't you vegan yet? No more excuses for you. I know I'm not the greatest singer, but again, just because you're not a great singer doesn't mean you can't sing. Don't be so nervous. Before you know it, you'll be dead in a coffin somewhere. Life is short. Have fun. Veganism is a moral baseline. Be vegan. You have one life. At the end of your life, what do you want them to say? That you found out about how the animals were treated and you decided, I don't give a shit? Or do you want them to say, she found out about how the animals were treated and she decided to become vegan? That would be a better thing to have written on your tombstone, wouldn't it? So don't kill animals. Eat berries and choose compassion. Animals deserve our love and protection. Your drink of choice should always be water. Water is the best thing to drink. Drinking juices is not as great as eating the fruit itself directly. Eat fruit, not fish. Let's keep going around here. Let's see, what else did I miss? Go back here. Yeah, got soy milk. Got soy milk. There used to be an ad called Got Milk, and people would have these milk mustaches, and all these actors were promoting milk, but milk is terrible. Milk, it looks good. That we've been brainwashed into thinking we need it, but we don't need it for healthy bones. We absolutely don't. You should all stop drinking milk and stop eating yogurt that comes from milk. Stop eating cheese that comes from milk and make vegan cheese instead. Google the recipes, there's tons of them. Of course, eat almonds, and oats are a staple. Oats are an amazing food that you can eat. You should have big bags of oats, big bags of lentils, big bags of rice, big bags of chickpeas. Eat figs, not pigs. Make a smoothie. Smoothies are an awesome way to get veggies and fruits into you. It's great because you don't have to chew them. It just gloop, 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 and then down the hatch. Eat apples and flaxseed. We have 2 tablespoons of flaxseed every day. Make sure you eat flaxseed. It is so good for you. And if you don't yet have Dr. Greger's app on your phone, you should get that. It's called The Daily Dozen. Dr. Greger's app, The Daily Dozen. It will remind you that you have to eat that. Eat chickpeas, not chickens. This is where I made a mistake. I had to put the black over top because I didn't get the word to fit, and then I finally did get it to fit. So that's it, guys. Give peas a chance. Give peas a chance. This is a peace symbol, and this is based on an old song that was give peas a chance. Peace. And so we changed it to peas. I think I saw that on a t-shirt once. I didn't make that up myself. Mashed potatoes, drink green tea, eat kale, dance in the kitchen, sing. Veganism is a moral baseline. Don't eat cows, don't eat cats. Oh, did you see my finger there? Whoops, see? That would make me, in the past I would have redone the whole video because of that. But now it's like, nope. Life is too short, guys. You can't always be perfect. You can try, but if you're not perfect, that's okay. And when you're trying to become vegan, if you're not perfect, that's okay. I know that on TikTok, I say, you have to be 100% vegan and you can't fail at all, because I only have 60 seconds to give my message and I don't want people to try to wiggle out of it. But the truth is, you gotta just try your best. Be as vegan as possible all the time. If you mess up, just try the next day. Okay, everybody makes mistakes, even by accident. We end up eating foods that are not vegan, and we're like, oh no, I had no idea. I didn't read the ingredients properly. Like, it might be a little bit of butter in something or whatever. It's not your fault, as long as you are sincerely, honestly trying your best. Aquafaba is something that comes from the can when you buy chickpeas. It's like the juice in there, the kind of gooey stuff, but you can whip that up and make meringue, for meringue pie. There's actually a whole Facebook group just based on aquafaba recipes. So Google that if you want. Thanks for watching, everybody. Before I let you go, I'll just show you this chair that I have. These are, all my chairs in my house are all secondhand. I just found them at the edges of roads. Sometimes I have to fix them up a bit, and I just paint them. It's so easy. Maybe you don't like this, but maybe you do. I like it. And if you want to paint like this, you just basically take a paint. Let's say you get purple a little tiny bit on your brush. You just do it there. You do another spot somewhere else. And then you just switch. And then you put swirls on at the end. That's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're going to be doing more of these kinds of videos and all the rest of it. We're still going to be doing interviews. I'm going to be reviewing people's speeches. We're going to be looking at art, how to paint t-shirts. I'm going to show you a lot of videos about Bella. Bella, my vegan dog here, behind the scenes at home. We're going to be looking at our little mouse that showed up. Her name is COVID with a K. She's super cute, and I'm going to release her this spring. We caught her in a trap that's a humane trap, and if you want to watch the video with that, that's another video. All right, thanks again. Make sure to hug a vegan. They try so hard to be good. See you later. Do 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 do.